Hello friends, how are you? I'm sure you're doing on top of the world. Well, I'm so happy for you. And I thank you very much for watching my videos. Today's video has got 4 success principles so close to me and they have done wonders. And before I tell you about these success principles, let me tell you a small story. This story is about one Mr. Piramal and used to live in a small town, and this was a town of about 4 or 5,000 people. Mr. Piramal was so successful that his people around him were very jealous and they wanted to stop his progress somehow. So they got together and connived to do so. One fine day they spoke to his people with whom he was interacting on a day-to-day basis. And sure enough, one day when he was going for work, his driver asks him, "What happened to you, Mr. Piramal? Your face is not looking good. What's wrong? Are you okay?" Mr. Piramal replied, "I am perfectly fine, no problem." And next they go to a shop. The shopkeeper again asks him, "Mr. Piramal, the color on your face is not looking that good. Are you okay?" Mr. Piramal again replies, "I am perfect, no problem." And he goes to a processor where he has got some work, and surely that gentleman also asked him the same thing. "Your face is not looking good, Mr. Piramal. And what's wrong? Are you okay?" Mr. Piramal says, "Well, I'm okay. Well. And he then next goes to the banker. Sure enough, the banker also asks him the same question. "Mr. Piramal, are you okay? Your face is not looking that good." And Mr. Piramal says, "Well, I am looking okay, I am feeling fine." But these 4 people were suggesting to him the same thing again and again, and his mind got affected and he started feeling unwell. And he told his driver, "Please take me to the doctor." The moral of the story is that we are very suggestible beings, and if we are suggested negative things, our mind veers towards that. And if we are suggested positive things, sure enough, we go towards positivity. So this is the moral of the story, and I'm sure you enjoyed. So let's now come back to business, and I'm now talking to you about success principle number 1. Success principle number 1 has been told to us by Mel Robbins, a famous motivational speaker from America. The rule is called the 5-second rule. It's so simple, and it says that whatever work you're trying to do, howsoever important or unimportant it may be, if you are procrastinating, all you have to do is just do something to indicate to your mind that you have already started doing the work. For example, if you have to write a thesis, then you just pick up a piece of paper and a pen and go and put them on the table where you would write them. This step will give a signal to your brain that you are serious to do that work. Having started this will start a chain reaction in your mind, and you will ultimately do that work. So this is success principle number 1. Success principle number 2 is called APP. That is attention, passion and practice. If we want to be successful in anything we are doing in life, we have to follow these 3 things. First is you put your 100% attention on what you want to do and become passionate, absolute passionate on what that work is all about. And third is you practice and practice, and sure enough you will become what you want to become, or you will be able to accomplish what you set out to accomplish. Okay, success principle number 3 is repetition is the mother of all skills. Now this is a favorite of mine. You might recall all throughout our school we have been repeating things to memorize tables, complex formula, and whatever difficult words, technical words. We used to memorize, memorize, and we were just sometimes used to forget, and then again we go back to our notes to revise. So this rule is Repetition is the mother of all skill. All I'm saying is that if you want to memorize something which you're not able to, just put some picture or some feeling or something like that, so that it becomes a little bit emotional to you, and sure enough you will start easily remember it. It won't become so boring to repeat the same thing again and again. And in addition to that, you can write it down also, right? This can do really wonders for you, and it works so beautifully. Next, you can even make a small story around what you want to remember, and stories are very familiar to the mind. We still have a childlike feeling in us, and we can remember anything if it is in a story form. Remember the grandma's stories we were being told? We still remember them. We don't forget them easily. The last principle, success principle, is something which I have found out for myself. This principle is that do anything for just 5 times. Whatever difficult job is come in front of you, just try and do it 5 times immediately. Say for example, if you want to do a set of exercises, you're not able to get that inner urge or feeling to do it right away. So my principle is that you just do it 5 times, not 100 times, just 5 times. Another thing could be you want to read a book, so let's say 500 pages. So you just pick the book and read just 5 paragraphs. That's it. This sets the ball rolling, and your mind gets the idea that you are serious to do this, and it becomes known to the mind that you are inquisitive to get more and more information. So I've been able to finish books even of 500 pages just in a couple of hours, just by this principle of doing anything for 5 times. Now, the moment you do this, it makes your mind things fun and play, just childlike. I'm sure you have liked these success principles, and I want you to put them in practice. And please get back to me as to what is the kind of results you're getting out of them. If you have any query, you may please put it in the comment box, and like, subscribe and share my videos, because these are principles which can do wonders for anybody. And I look forward to see you again, and thank you so much. It has been a pleasure talking to you.